No matter what your circumstances are, never, ever give up.
Oh, I love that.
I don't care what's going on. You keep pushing, you keep grinding, you crawl your way out of it. Never give up.
Well, what do? I say, I sell money. They say, what? You sell money? I'm like, yeah, that's what banks do. They sell money. They just need you to figure out what product you need in order to sell you money.
In a country that's rapidly becoming majority minority, our representation in the open marketplace isn't even aligned with the percentages of the last census. We are even though we've been at this as councils for more than 50 years now, we just celebrated our 50th year. The needle hasn't moved nearly enough.
We're obviously going through one of the darkest times in the history of the city in terms of public safety, specifically with gun violence.
Right.
Obviously, it touches everybody that lives in this city one way or another.
Right.
Some of these tragic stories that we hear. And, there's a variety of other areas, whether that be, the economic, outlook of the city. And, it's still being the largest city in America, but still the most impoverished city in America per capita. There are just so many issues, I think, that are coming to a head here in 2023 in this city.
We go through our childhood, we're living in a particular neighborhood, we live in a particular country, we live in a particular region, we may belong to a particular ethnic group that we're around most of the time. And all of those factors are inputs into our system, the way we think and the way we feel and so on and so forth. And as a result, we approach things from that lens that is created through that experience. Is that accurate?
That's right. It's the influence of our culture on how we experience and understand and make sense of the world and ourselves.
We don't live in a completely structured and formalized economy for ourselves much of the time. And because of that, we don't have full access to credit. We don't have full access to infrastructure, to grants.
And there's a lot of other good benefits to DE&I that you hear about in the news about, as it relates to the employees and the programs and all that.
Right.
Those are all great things to have. But I really think the reason why it has such a prominent place in independence is because it's good for business.
So I love everything from classic suiting to funky, edgy shoes and casual wear, things like that. Like I'm 57 years old. I have a mohawk with gray in it. So, that's who I like. I like edginess, funkiness.
You just made me feel bad that you told me that you're 57 years old, dude. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Go ahead.
No problem.
Go ahead.
When we have narratives about who we are, and when we have systems that support certain relationships to the shared good, society, that say that what we should do is get ours before we worried about everybody else consistently, I think that when you are in a crisis, that becomes exacerbated.